Hello, hello. Welcome to Sports Glance. Welcome to our first video. I'm Brady.
I'm Ryan. Take number 3.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This is our third time starting it because we don't know how to record Skype calls, but it's good. We got our energy. We're chilling. So,
I'm
Super
good.
Bowl 56. Our first video is a Super Bowl 56 recap. What happened? What's happening next? Let's go. So, the actual game. It was a good Super Bowl. It was a fun Super Bowl. It was probably the most entertaining one since Eagles, Patriots.
2018.
2018, yeah. So it's been a minute, but it was a good Super Bowl. I had fun watching it. We were both watching it together. We were watching it with actual Rams fans, like diehard Rams fans, and just like my team. I'm a Dolphins fan. We never won the Super Bowl like in my lifetime. So it was just like a good feeling, like seeing the emotion and just like they were ready to just break down crying tears of joy. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, it was good seeing playoff emotion after a win. As a Packers fan, I'm not really used to happy emotions after playoff games, but
You're probably not used to happy emotions in general being a Packers fan, but it's okay.
Yeah, I mean.
So start of the game, first quarter, Rams start out on fire. Odell cooking, Stafford cooking,
winning me
not
some
missing
money.
throws at all, and then it's just it's a close game. It's a good game, competitive game. Odell goes out, and Odell, he's wide receiver 2. Like when he went out,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, they could still win without him. I'm not even gonna lie. But just watching after Odell went out was insane how much he means to this offense. Because if you look at it, as soon as he went out, like, how do I even say this? As soon as he went out, the offense was just terrible. It's just no one was getting open. They just, like you said earlier in our, recording number 2, they just stacked the box and just manned up. And what did that do? Stop their receivers because, their receivers weren't getting open without Odell. He was the only one getting open all game.
Because they could just triple team Cooper Kupp because their second option after Odell went out was honestly Darrell Henderson, their running back.
Yeah, he was key performer in that game because he was just cooking linebackers. Like, it was good to see. I'm not even gonna lie, but.
They also had I remember the second-year tight end that I forgot about earlier was Bryson Hopkins.
Yeah, I actually seen him getting open a couple times. He had some good catches when they needed it.
They just weren't as impactful, obviously.
It's just it wasn't like a fluid offense anymore. Like, they would just hope someone would break the man because their run game completely shut down. They just stacked. The Bengals just stacked the box.
Exactly. They had 1.9 yards per carry. And honestly, the biggest run of the whole game by far by anybody was Cooper Kupp on a 4th and 1.
Yeah. I thought that was getting blown up. I thought it was.
I thought the game was over at that point. I really thought they got stopped. Yeah, Sean McVay made another bad play call, like the Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, pass. That was his legacy drive.
Cooper Kupp pass.
Bro, no, the play call almost worked. It was just the throw was so bad.
And honestly, in terms of quarterback play, Joe Burrow definitely outplayed Matt Stafford for most.
Yeah, he did. Joe Burrow, for a young QB, even though my feelings about Joe Burrow and how he is treated by the media.
Yeah.
Before we talk about that, let me just mention. Do you seen the video on Twitter? I don't know if you did, but Joe Burrow was partying with Kid Cudi right after the Super Bowl after they lost.
Yeah, he hopped on stage at a concert after the Super Bowl.
So
yeah, I saw that.
I know it's a thing of the media to be like, oh, LeBron, 26 and 31, why is he out here dancing? Like, that's corny, but at the same time, imagine if it was Odell. Imagine if Odell was out there dancing. Going crazy after a Super Bowl loss, they would be like, oh, he doesn't have a high mortar, he's not motivated to play, you gotta see where I'm coming from. The media just chooses to clown on people and just meat ride the others. It's just annoying to me, but
it's kind of like I was saying earlier with it's as like Zion with Bleacher Report 2 years ago, or LaMelo last year, where they
were untouchable by the media. Like
if you go through like Instagrams of sports media outlets, they're over half the posts of the year. And I know personally on like social media, the last like 2 weeks, I haven't been able to go 3 posts down without seeing Joe Burrow being mentioned.
I know, and it's like, I understand why, because like it's just such a crazy situation. Someone wins national championship, gets drafted, tears their ACL. Will they even play football again? Like, that was a severe injury.
Yeah, but
and then he's in the Super Bowl.
But just at the same time, they're like kind of crowning him as Jesus early, to where he can't do any wrong.
Exactly, and that's what's gonna like. That's our main reason why I rooted for the Rams, is just because of that. Like, it just was so annoying, but it's whatever. Like,
shout out to him though. I mean, he played his heart out. Sprained knee, came off the
last drive. He didn't even get evaluated. Like, he was ready. He balled. You know, it was good to see him.
Yeah, he almost made one of the best plays in Super Bowl history by throwing that pass while Aaron Donald was tackling it.
Oh, yes.
And Samaje Perine does not dive for the football. It hits at his feet. That's what I was
saying. That's what I sent you yesterday when we were talking about it. Yeah. If you watch that play, that is a catchable ball. You were in the Super Bowl.
Go all out, man.
Like, you got to make that play, honestly. That's what's annoying about it, but it's whatever. I'm glad the Rams won. You know, I was rooting for the Rams. You were rooting for the Rams.
Yeah, I was. Von Miller almost won me a good amount of money by winning Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah, you wouldn't shut up about it. Hey, every single play, every single clutch moment, Von Miller strip sack. He's bringing it home. MVP, like.
I needed it.
That was going to be some good money, though. That's good odds. That was actually kind of cool, though. After the game, he tweeted out like it was like a picture of a trophy, and he was like, "I told you I'd see you again." That was like, it just made me think. I grew up. I was a little kid when he was first in the Super Bowl, winning that Super Bowl. Cause I remember I had went to there was like they were having because that Super Bowl was in San Francisco. They were having a big party there. Like, so it was just crazy. It was a crazy atmosphere. I have some pictures from that day too. Like, it was a good Super. I don't know.
Yeah. And thinking about like being a little kid and watching all these players like get older, and like it makes you think like, what if Aaron Donald does retire? Like the reports are saying, like. I personally, as a younger guy, haven't grown up without Aaron Donald and without Tom Brady being like staples to a team in the NFL.
I know it's gonna be the new wave of NFL. Really is coming. Like, to put it in perspective, since I'm more of a basketball fan, just KD, Curry, LeBron, like with the league without all of them, it just wouldn't feel like mentally like right to me. Like, it's not something I'd be used to.
Exactly, and we're getting like these new waves of younger receivers and younger running backs and stuff, where like personally, like me, like I grew up with Julio Jones, and seeing the name Julio Jones in a box score, you're thinking, man, Julio
17 yards, 2 catches, like
you're thinking,
one injury.
Julio, like even when he has like a good game by his standards today, where he'll have like 80 yards, it's like, man, Julio didn't have a good game, but Julio did have a good game. I'm just so used to dominance from these players I grew up with.
Like we're witnessing really how it is for players to fall off, to like digress, because most of these people we hear about that are, you know, falling off, washed up, we didn't witness them in their primes. We didn't that's a pretty bad example, but you know, like we never witnessed dominance and then you feel me? Like,
yeah. Which, I mean, there's some players that we still haven't experienced that from, like Tom Brady, who did retire, but that's a different conversation. I'm just like, that makes me think about Tom Brady. That makes me think about like the day where we see LeBron not be a top 5 player in the league. I've never grown up without LeBron being a top 5. Let me put this in perspective. YouTube, where this video would be uploaded, was not a thing the last time LeBron did not get an MVP vote. I heard that the other day.
Wow. That was 2007. Wait, I don't know actually when YouTube was made, but That is crazy.
YouTube was not a thing the last time LeBron did not get an MVP vote. So I've never experienced LeBron not being a dominant player.
That is insane.
So just
that many years, that's like,
yeah,
it's gonna be so sad to see LeBron go. I know there's off topic of the whole video. Just seeing LeBron go is gonna be. That reminds me though, it's gonna be like this year's Super Bowl. What's special about it is how refreshing it was.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, because I know for me in the championship weekend, you saw the text. I was rooting for parity. This is the Super Bowl I was rooting.
Because me and you were completely on flip opposites. I don't like the Bengals mainly for one reason: the Joe Burrow meat riding is it's just something I can't get with. It's just annoying to me. But I was rooting for Chiefs. I wanted Chiefs Niners rematch. I don't know why, but I just was like, pretty much having the Super Bowl back at home. Seeing the Niners fans, that would have been cool. But, it's whatever. It was a good Super Bowl. I'm glad it went the way it did. Competitive, fun game,
Everybody this whole week has been talking about the MVP of each team. And I kind of want to get into the LVPs, least valuable players. So.
Oh, okay. So for the Bengals, give me, I'll take Eli Apple with the first pick of least valuable players for the whole year.
I'm gonna go with two different player and then a group for the Rams. I have wide receiver Ben Skowronek, who did not get open one time the entire game, was targeted 5 times, had 2 catches, and then how about the Rams running back group with a 1.9 yards per carry and a long of 8 yards.
I'd also like to give a least valuable coach to quarters 1 through 3, Sean McVay, for calling run plays when he knew he wasn't getting more than 2 yards. But that was a legacy drive. He saved his legacy. And you know what? For these two teams, real quick before we wrap this whole video up, we got to talk about Cooper Kupp because
oh my god,
this is the perfect ending. He has so much more to go. That was his 5th year?
He was drafted in 2017. Yeah.
He could build up his career to be the best wide receiver of all time.
Man, not a real high bar there. He almost has it now.
Oh my god, bro.
He had the best single season by a receiver ever, in my opinion. Triple Crown, Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah, statistically, I don't even know if there's an argument for anyone else. I mean, there is, but come on.
Really? I mean,
which of these other people would you let date your daughter like Cooper Kupp?
Yeah, I mean, he honestly I think he's just so gritty,
I know, I bet you he puts a lot of work in that practice. He probably yells at the other. He probably yells at his teammates when they don't listen to coach. Yeah, but
he's still not the best receiver in the league, in my opinion. But I mean, statistically,
talent-wise, no. Statistic-wise, yes. It kind of reminds me, on a lower scale, of you remember how stat-padded Michael Thomas's stats were?
Oh my god! And everybody claimed he was the best receiver in the league, and he broke the reception record and all that. But he also had the most targets by far. And stuff
but that's we don't want that to happen to Cooper Kupp because he's a daughter dater, so we don't.
He's just kind of a first and last out kind of guy,
Yeah, real gym rat. Nah, but we're coming up on 15 minutes. That's got to be the end of it. Like and subscribe. This is our first video, our third attempt at our first video. But that's how it goes sometimes. And like the video, subscribe, comment what you liked about the video. If you made it this far, comment. I would let Cooper Kupp date my daughter, and that's all I gotta say. Anything, Ryan?
Nah, I'm done, man.
All right, appreciate you guys for liking, subscribing, and watching. And that's all we got. Peace.